IF not only helps you as an industry member to grow, but
you get lot of activities
overall
here.
development.
Yeah, lot of activities here.
Right.
Overall development. You right word.
Friends, you get
yeah,
friends.
That's a great thing. You get lot of friends here.
So he gets you in. How old were you when you joined the Foundry?
Do you want to tell my age?
Okay, that is
or reveal my age.
Okay, fine. So you joined the Foundry at somewhere between 20s and 30s, right? Let's just put it there.
Yeah, 30s.
And so you must have been very young at that point of time. How old were you?
Around 18, 19 I was.
So 18, 19 guys, he got into business when he was 18, 19.
It's a very unique product for us, very new product for us, which they are importing from Germany, and they want some Indian source.
Last few questions. You've been to a lot of foundries, right? Over your 12-year tenure. I want 3 very technical foundry brains from the national level.
Let me take a chance. So ultimately, that decision which I took in 99, today at the age of 66, I am also getting the result.
So what are some techniques that you would give us to start with your marketing immediately, or maybe give our marketing team some advice as to this is how it's done, this is how you grow the foundry?
Okay, marketing person should have a
once that machine making know-how comes to a lot of vendors. Yeah, right now there is only one company in the world who is doing it.
A lot of foundries are now realizing that they don't have an option but to adopt this technology. We believe, and we are already seeing now, that 3D printing will be used for mass production in foundries.
So you became a GM for Foundry at 33, 30, 35 around.
Yes. Either you tell me 6 weeks or 7 weeks. You were the brigadier. And they wanted each and every worker to shake hand with me.
Okay.
There were 380 workers.
That's a lot of handshakes.
If you do these 3 things, the workers will start believing the management.
800 इंस्टॉलेशन आज के डेट पे आप 800
इंस्टॉलेशन
इंस्टॉलेशन
इंस्टॉलेशन सब भी वो 1986 से
तो
अगर वारंटी पीरियड में मैं मशीन का पैसा आपको निकाल देता हूँ तो उससे बढ़िया डील आपको कहीं नहीं मिलेगा। वो भी क्या है कि मैं फर्स्ट इंडियन मैन्युफैक्चरर हूँ फॉइल ड्रॉप का।
Okay. You're the right person to talk about casting defects because that's entirely what your career has been about. How do I know the benchmark for rejection percentage, which is good or bad? So I've established my rejection rate is about 8%. How do I work on reducing it? What is the first thing I should tackle? Usually, as per your experience, what defect is it that you see that occurs the most? Where can I get access to great reading material?
Just to use Six Sigma tools, I think there are some very effective common tools known as.
हमारे गुजराती में एक कहावत है कि થઈ જશે. It means आगे if you decides up 99% your work is done. Today we have installation more than 1,500 in all over India.
1,500 furnaces.
Yeah, so they always ask us one question: why we purchase your furnace? Why we don't purchase the big manufacturer Electrotherm and Electrotherm? Then I always says that
We are the first first Indian company to have a wide range of. If you are using fiber sleeve 170 mm height, my challenge is every fiber-based sleeve will attract moisture from air, which we call as hygroscopic in nature. But this is not. So the response is huge. Major foundry men have asked me to pay a visit and give a demo.
Can you give us an idea of what a LIMS software is?
3 weeks of every month, the lady was collecting all the data for one report.
Okay.
3 weeks every month. Now she's just putting the print button and it's printed out.
That's about 30,000-40,000 rupees a day in savings by that stupid software that he's punching on over there. At the course of a month, he's saving about 10 lakh. Foundry owners like us will be a little worried about how long this implementation is going to take, or who's going to do it, right? And how much of our time is going to be invested in this implementation. What are some sort of savings like we can look at? Like, tell us how much it costs. Like, be upfront. Like, the audience are waiting. They pretty much want to know.
But ERP is not the same as what we are doing.
compare the tensile strength, elongation, hardness from alloy steel versus ADI.
What I'll do is this is the heart of ADI, the microstructure. You're getting 90%
comparing it to alloy steel, right?
Yes, exactly.
So, like, compare the cost for me. Just to round up, where is the largest market for ADI right? You find the relevancy of cast iron going down due to aluminium and things like that. Like adding ADI to a portfolio, is a little bit of a like insurance policy, I would say.
I actually got a lot of customers
because
they searched me from ADI.
Distance was almost 22 kilometers.
By cycle?
By cycle. Then 80, I took MIDC plot.
Okay.
Started my own foundry.
Okay.
With bank loan of 5,000 rupees. 3 years it was going on loss.
Correct.
But I thought that we should.
Lucas was basically a turning point for the die casting industry in India. Because
Yes, definitely. I request them, why can't you come to India? And the world is looking at India. Amazing, I can say.
When we talk about market demand, is this only for sand cast or low pressure or high pressure? Where do you see the highest amount of what technology do you see is going to disrupt the industry maybe in the coming years? So why does the foundry industry need another exhibition? Is it really needed? As a foundry person, why should we say we want to go to Mr. Rohit Patel's exhibition? What is your credibility? Why should we come to your exhibition? Again, you are come back to Kolhapur in 2024.
Right.
Correct? That means you must have made money the first time?
He got fed up, then finally he gave me one drawing. I said, if you do this, you'll get a lot of business. I saw many people coming and going. So, foundry is
it's a hard
art. I still feel it is an art.
Right.
It is a passion. Anybody who is working today as an employee, maybe a supervisor or maybe a in charge, can, because we also have come from the same background.
He's a real big casting buyer, guys. If you're a foundry person right here, you're looking for a customer, you have one. So all together, like with the 3-4 companies that you have, what is your turnover today?
Last year we did around 120 crores. Have anybody thought that, a foundry person is going to be on the India Today cover page?
Things are changing.
Things are changing. Foundry is going at a different level.
So Hari, you're saying that you have absolutely no competition for your product right now.
Yes,
Right?
we have zero competitors.
So that means that what you're doing would be really unique.
That's correct.
And you've been working, as you told me, with Synergy, right? Synergy,
Synergy, Kishwak, Nilcast, Crescent. Yes.
Right? So you've already got some really big players in the foundry industry.
That's correct.
So if you guys are wondering about exactly what CWise does, watch ahead, because there's a lot of technology coming up, and this sort of technology is something that the industry has witnessed, which is rather new. It's yet to catch on, as you heard from him first.
Rajkot foundry people, foundry owners are very daring.
Green sand. When somebody is setting up a foundry, how many green sand molding options do they have to choose from right now? So how do I pick accurately what molding line I should do? Is there like a rule of thumb, or what do you think is the most common type of line that people go to? Like what technology is going to come up in the future that may even disrupt our molding again?
400 molds per hour into 9. 3600 molds per hour. They have 2 places.
You mentioned that you are also coming up with your own foundry now. He's the only person in India right now making this. But to a layman foundry person watching this video, what exactly is a breaker code?
That is why we should always use ceramic breaker code in place of sand breaker. Software like Magma, they already have this provision.
Okay, so breaker code is recognized on a Magma software.
The Fettler people call me up and say, sir, please call up our sir and tell him your breaker codes are finishing, for which we have taken a patent, by the way.
Okay, so you can't copy this.
India has great potential in terms of technology, trained manpower,
Correct.
good products, cost effectively produced.
Correct.
But
Steel foundry, a cast iron foundry, an aluminium foundry, all 3 of them.
Our turnover is approximately around 350 crores.
Okay. So to get that captive demand in-house, that is why they were forced to start foundries. Do you think the situation has changed today? Are foundries maybe leading the way and then starting a machine shop, or is it still the backward integration now?
No. If any of your customer, he is not paying you dues on time and he is delaying, you can file the MSME schemes, whatever you are going to avail from the government, you don't need to pay it back to the government. 25% weightage in the test is given to the questions which are focused on sales and marketing. There are total 2,990 schemes. MSME बढ़ेगा तो देश बढ़ेगा.
It's not every day that Foundry has decided to start an entire factory for 3D printing. So you're obviously, you see some benefit in the technology.
Yes.
Right?
We saw the molds coming to us, and we saw the difference what it can do in the manufacturing.
Okay, so customers were sending you molds to pour into.
Yeah. And this is where we saw that this can really catapult PK to the next level.
So can you give us a little understanding about how sand printing works and how the technology is benefiting you?
If you ask me, in 3D printing, the biggest challenge is, I think they have got 14 installations like this in the world.
Is that the reason why this facility is located in the airport complex?
Yes, exactly. So this is becoming again a very big market. So this is what we feel more than money. This connects with the whole larger community.